Graduates, guests, faculty, and staff, welcome to the 2021 graduation ceremony at the Stanford University Graduate School of Business. Honestly, after 15 months, it's a bit hard to believe that we're here together in Frost Amphitheater, but it sure feels great. Let's take a moment to appreciate just being together. Okay, now, as we begin, I'd like to ask the graduates to rise and to turn and face the audience. And now I'd like to recognize our guests, the families and friends who have provided support and made the effort to be here today. Let's have a round of applause for our guests. Please be seated. Last week, I recorded a podcast with a GSB alumnus. He was curious about graduation. He asked, "What's distinctive about the graduating class? And do you have a theme for graduation?" The first question was easy. You arrived at the GSB from more than 60 countries, investors, consultants, entrepreneurs, activists, Olympians, surprisingly good dancers, and formed a historically resilient class. The second question made me think. I said, my theme is optimism. Let me tell you a favorite story about optimism. In 1914, the great polar explorer Ernest Shackleton set out to attempt the first crossing of Antarctica. As he and his crew neared land, his ship, the Endurance, was crushed in the sea ice, stranding them for an Antarctic winter and for more than a year. Eventually, they managed to reach a remote island. With no rescue coming, Shackleton took 5 men and set out on the open sea in a 22-foot wooden lifeboat. They sailed 800 miles through some of the most treacherous water on the planet to South Georgia Island. Arriving on the wrong side of the island, they attached nails to their boots, and with a single makeshift ice axe and a 50-foot piece of rope, they crossed the mountains to a whaling station. Everyone in the expedition was saved. Later, a reporter asked Shackleton if he believed the men would survive. Shackleton said, of course he had. He said, "The quality I look for most is optimism. Especially optimism in the face of reverses and apparent defeats. Optimism is true moral courage." I am sometimes accused, fairly, of being an optimist. But let me be clear about the meaning of the word and how I think Shackleton was using it. Optimism does not mean having the naive sense that everything is fine or will simply work out. Optimism comes from the Latin word optimus, meaning the best. Optimism means continuing to believe that the best is possible and striving for it. Optimism for Shackleton was a form of courage, not being undone by adversity, but believing salvation was possible, and from that belief, drawing the strength to make it happen. 15 months ago, this class was dealt a reverse, an apparent defeat. Okay, it wasn't being stranded on the ice in Antarctica for an entire winter. Some of it involved multiple orders a week from DoorDash and binge watching Netflix. But it was a setback and a setback of global proportions with consequences for everyone on the planet. Your reaction could have been disappointment, dismay, despair. And of course, there was some of that. There were deep personal losses. All of you experienced a year that you hadn't planned for or necessarily wanted. But in so many cases, this class responded with optimism. You contributed to and helped create the experience of online learning. You planned and executed major events, and I only had to yell at you for some of them. You started organizations. You engaged with each other on complex and important topics, including racial equity and democracy. You formed strong, lasting friendships. We said many times this year that you don't always get to choose your circumstances, but you do get to choose what to make of them. You chose to make the most of your GSB experience. And now we're here. The pandemic is ending, at least here. There's every reason to be optimistic about your future. A paradox of the pandemic is that while it limited our lives, it also created many opportunities. You are graduating at a time of enormous change, an acceleration of digital technology, a rethinking of work, the opportunity to build and reshape organizations, a recognition that business can help solve the biggest challenges of our time. It is exactly a moment when your Stanford education will be the most valuable. And, more than other classes, you've learned how to deal with uncertainty and ambiguity and to be adaptable and resilient, powerful lessons for your career and life. And that brings me to my final point about optimism. One of the historical meanings of the word is the greater good. As you leave the GSB, I want to ask, how will you use what you've learned to contribute to the greater good? Now, in truth, I ask this of every class. I tell them how much I expect of them and how excited I am for the contribution they will make. But this year is special. I can say it with more confidence than ever because of the ways your unique experience has prepared you to be leaders in the world. Congratulations. I wish you all the best in your next voyage. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce Jennifer Acker. Jennifer Acker is the General Atlantic Professor and the Coulter Family Faculty Fellow at the Stanford GSB. Jennifer grew up in California and attended UC Berkeley as an undergraduate before completing her PhD in marketing here at the GSB. She soon joined the Stanford faculty and has been a GSB professor for more than 20 years. Jennifer is a renowned behavioral scientist. She has studied how the desire for meaning and purpose shapes people's choices, how digital technologies are redefining human interaction, and how to use humor as a leadership tool. In fact, one of my high points a few years ago was when Jennifer came to see me speak at a campus event. And as we walked back across campus, she said to me, with some surprise, "You're funny." Looking, maybe. Jennifer's brilliance, energy, and insight have garnered her the GSB's Distinguished Teaching Award and recognition by Poets and Quants as the MBA Professor of the Year, as well as many scholarly awards. She is highly sought after as a speaker, board member, and leadership advisor. I count her as a valued friend and colleague, and I'm thrilled to welcome her as the GSB's 2021 graduation speaker.
Thank you, deans, faculty, parents, and the graduating class of Stanford Business School 2021. Congratulations. I wish you could see you. It's absolutely awe-evoking. You look so good, your shoes and your pants, your three-dimensionality. It's so wonderful to be here. When Dean Levin asked me to give this speech, I wondered, what would you remember? And so I decided to run a study with alumni, and I'm gonna ask you the same questions I asked them. So first, think back to the last graduation you attended. Now raise your hands if you remember the weather. Great. Parents too. This is like collective. All right, now raise your hands if you remember what the commencement speaker said. Oh, that's generous. The alumni, 88% of them remembered the weather, 18% remembered the speech. So I'd like to just take a moment right now and really appreciate this weather, because that is all we're gonna remember. I also asked our alumni for one piece of advice they'd like to give you. Surprisingly, because we're in a business school, only 2% mentioned business advice. The large majority had lessons from their life for you. One of them was to engage deeply with this question: what do you believe constitutes a well-lived life? When I grew up, we talked about this topic all the time because my mom has been a hospice volunteer for 40 years. And so therefore, she's had thousands of conversations with people at the end of their lives where this question comes up. So what I wanted to do with you here today is share 3 insights that are important to me for a life well lived, based on growing up with my mom. Number 1, embrace your own unique dimensionality. What this means is creating space and time for every part of you to thrive, even if nobody else sees you that way. So here's a snapshot of what that looks like for me. I got my PhD here a long time ago. And so what I would do is, outside of collecting and analyzing data, I actually found myself really loving running underground dance clubs. So during the week, I would take my courses, and then on Thursday evening, I'd pack my bag, I would drive to San Francisco, I would throw on my baggy hole-filled jeans, throw on some boots, and put on a skull cap. And then from 10 to 1, I would work the door at the club, and then from 1 to 4, I would go work on my dissertation in the back room. And then, when I needed a break or I heard Tribe Called Quest come on, I would go out and dance. The Stanford community hasn't really seen a dancer that prolific since Dan Knapp hit the scene 2 years ago. What? Is that Phil Knight? All right. If I tried to align with common expectations of what a Stanford student was, I wouldn't have had those experiences, which I now remember far more vividly than all the regression analyses I ran. Everyone is here because some element of your unique dimensionality brought you here. Now that you're graduating, own your uniqueness. Become even more dimensional, unconventional, surprising. Seek to surprise yourself. Keep making bold choices. We overestimate their downside and underestimate their upside. Number 2, don't take yourself too seriously. Stanford's mission is change lives, change organizations, and change the world. And if this year has taught us nothing else, it's that we must take that mission seriously, but not yourself. Here's the problem. We, all of us, fall off a humor cliff right around the time we go to work. So maybe for many of us, in 1 month. What's gonna happen is you will stop smiling and laughing, and you can't let that happen to you. The average 4-year-old laughs 300 times a day. It takes the average 40-year-old 2.5 months to laugh that much. We can do better. You've got to do better. Leaders with a sense of humor, any sense of humor, doesn't even have to be a good sense of humor. It can be John's sense of humor. I'm just joking. They're more motivating and admired and trusted and seen as more authentic. Their teams are seen as more creative, and they act in ways that are more engaging. What happens is when people laugh together, the brain chemistry for all of us changes. Neurochemically, essentially what happens is when you laugh together, it's very similar to the same effect as exercising, meditating, and having sex all at the same time, but logistically a lot easier. Now, the question is, how can we have more of it? First, know that humor isn't about being funny, which is great because I have been voted the least funny person in my family 10 years running, after the dog, like really last. It's really about shifting your mindset, looking at life in a different way. And you do that by simply observing what's around you, noticing what's true. So you don't ask yourself, what joke can I share? You just ask yourself, what's the truth that no one else is sharing? For example, the creators of this year's GSB show looked at Dean Levin and saw the truth. This man is hot. So they created an entire song and dance number called Hot Dean Levin. If you haven't seen it in the back, I've watched it 3 times just this weekend. It's spectacular. Second, when you're playing at the highest levels, remember to balance gravity with levity. When Secretary of State Madeleine Albright visited our class, she shared stories of using humor to disarm. Once, upon discovering that the Russian government had bugged the State Department, she arrived at her meeting with this enormous bug pin on her lapel. The Russian counterpart smiled, knew the jig was up, and negotiations went so much better. Even in the most serious moments of your life, and there will be so many, relationship-wise and work-wise, pause and ask yourself, is there a way to introduce a moment of levity into that moment? How would that moment be transformed? Last, end on love. It might seem odd to talk about love at a business school graduation, but this is not a normal business school graduation. And the reality is the love that you feel right now is the only thing you're going to really remember, besides this great weather. 10 years from now, you'll remember your classmates bringing home-baked cookies during quarantine. You'll remember the glowing smiles, like Juanita's smile, when you finally saw each other and embraced each other. You'll remember the raw intimacy of going to talks, looking right into your classmates' eyes as they bared their soul to you and let you into their hearts. People may forget what you said, people may forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. What you have gone through in these last 2 years and achieved was not only defined by happy moments, but marked by tragedy, pain, uncertainty, and resilience. Truly meaningful moments. And it's those moments that create durable love. Because of your unique shared experience, you, perhaps more than any other graduating class, truly understand what defines meaningfulness in your life. How can you take this knowledge of what is truly important to drive you to be bolder, to harness humor with intent even in serious situations, and to lead with love? When my mom's best friend, who was a second mother to me, was dying, we gathered around her bed, and my mom did with us what she has done with so many families over the years. She guided us through the dying process. My mom taught us how to hold her hand and how to breathe with her, because if you breathe with her, she feels connected to you. She feels you're a part of her. My mom shared that the last sense to go is hearing, so it was important to talk to her and say it's okay to let go, but you don't actually need to say goodbye. You can just say, I love you. Today is an ending of sorts, but it isn't goodbye. Before closing, I want to ask you to do something. Close your eyes. Everyone, I can tell. Parents too? I'll check. Now, imagine someone who loves you deeply. Imagine them standing in front of you. Take a deep breath in Imagine the way they look at you, their eyes and their smile. Imagine them breathing and you breathing with them. Notice how you feel right now. In their presence, you feel seen, you feel known, you feel unconditionally loved. Okay, open your eyes. Now take that feeling and go out in the world. Congratulations, I love you.
It is now my great honor and pleasure to introduce the GSB PhD class of 2021. Our PhD program is small and exclusive with an admission rate under 6%. These individuals came here as students, dedicating themselves to 2 or 3 years of coursework, followed by an intensive research apprenticeship in their chosen fields. Having become true experts, they leave us as colleagues, setting out on a path to create new knowledge, which we know will help change the world of business and management for the better. Today, we formally celebrate the transition of these folks from students to future intellectual leaders who will play an important role in shaping our understanding of business and management. As they cross this stage, we welcome them as colleagues into our profession. Diane Lee, Assistant Dean of the PhD program, will now read their names and a description of their dissertation research.
Andrew Baker. Andrew researches corporate governance, specifically the impacts of hedge fund activism and how and if state corporate law changes managerial incentives. Christopher Beckler. Christopher's dissertation research addresses how do people perceive attitude change? How do people choose the targets of persuasive messages? How can these targeting decisions be improved? Wendy Jomar de la Rosa Felipe. Wendy's research focuses on understanding how and why people make financial decisions. Specifically, her dissertation demonstrates how timing differences in when consumers get paid, such as getting paid daily versus weekly or getting paid on Fridays versus Mondays, impact their spending. Stefan Huber. Stefan's dissertation research examines how alternative approaches to measure loan losses affect bank lending decisions. Shreya Kankanhali. Shreya's research investigates how small-scale retail firms in emerging markets can modernize their physical appearance and business processes, and the impact of this modernization on their business performance. She conducts a field experiment with over 1,000 firms in Mexico City, finding that both external and internal modernization improve retailer revenue over a 2-year horizon. Bar Light. Bar's research provides insights and tools to better understand and make market design decisions, decisions that are made by online marketplaces to enhance the welfare of the marketplace's participants. Danchi Luo. Danchi's dissertation examines the impact of emergency department congestion on patients' and physicians' behaviors and provides actionable insights for healthcare participants to improve their decisions' efficiency. Sarah Mullick. Sarah's dissertation examines whether workers who receive mandated advance notice of layoffs have better long-term labor market outcomes than workers who are laid off without warning. Her research helps policymakers who are debating employment protection legislation. Suraj Maladi. Suraj's research examines how to effectively diffuse information through social networks, curb misinformation from spreading, and regulate the behavior of regulatory agencies. For each of these problems, he shows how policymakers can design robust policies when they have limited information about the social network, misinformation, or regulatory bias. Venkatasan Govin Manian. Govin's research shows that words often mean different things to different people, and that this has great impact on who has good ideas, who gets fired, and who gets promoted. Andres Perlroth. Andres's research provides insights on the design of optimal policies for dynamic settings. One setting analyzes what transparency protocols are more effective to mitigate posturing tactics in negotiations. The second setting studies what dynamic pricing strategy a seller should implement to maximize profits. Zhengli Wang. Zhengli's research focuses on entrepreneurship and healthcare. His research on entrepreneurship explores how entrepreneurs can optimally build a business, and his research on healthcare focuses on improving efficiency for healthcare systems. Xavier Warnes. Xavier studies the trade-off between efficiency and fairness and between welfare and sustainability efforts. In both case settings, he shows we can increase the latter while reducing the effects on the former. Alyssa Yu. Alyssa's dissertation research explores how we can make sense of and talk about emotions at work. Specifically, she examines the risks and rewards of acknowledging others' emotions on interpersonal dynamics, information sharing, and team performance. Rebecca Zhang. Rebecca's dissertation research focuses on corporate social responsibility, or ESG's impact on firms' financing terms.
I am here to introduce the class of 2021, but I hope you will indulge me for a minute as I paraphrase from one of the great commencement speeches of all time. The GSB is a place where teachers taught us to break the status quo and define ourselves as we choose, where a jock can cook up a mean creme brulee and a brainiac can break it down on the dance floor. Those are, of course, the immortal words of Troy Bolton in High School Musical 3. Okay, this group of MBA students gathered before us today have engaged in a transformational experience during a unique time in history. They embarked on this journey before we had heard of COVID-19 and persevered through the last 15 months under conditions none of us expected. Despite unique challenges, they have acquired solid foundations in general management and have pursued deeper study in their areas of interest. They've engaged in personal growth more than they probably anticipated and built relations in novel ways that will last a lifetime. They are an impressive group and are ready and worthy to join the ranks of our illustrious alumni. Therefore, it is my great honor and privilege to present to you the Stanford MBA Class of 2021. There are some students who merit special recognition for the unwavering leadership and dedication to serving the student body. I'll stick to the first names, keep it casual. Emily, Belinda, Kerry, and Adiam. The student... Stand up. Will the four of you stand up? They are the Student Association Executive Team, and they tirelessly applied managerial and innovation skills that made all of their classmates' experience much better. They were fantastic advocates for their classmates' interests and thoughtful partners with the GSB administration, faculty, and staff. Thank you to all four of you. Two other groups of student leaders navigated these uncharted times and adapted to our virtual environment. The Arbuckle Leadership Fellows and the Global Explorations Leaders. These students devoted their time to making these programs work in entirely new ways. The GSB community this year benefited from their efforts. Will the Fellows and Global Explorations Leaders please rise so we can recognize you? This is the end of a journey that was quite different from what you anticipated when you began the program. I know that like any GSB class, this was a transformative experience and your lives have been forever changed. While a lot of the experiences you envisioned had to be altered and were constrained, I hope you will look back fondly on your time at the GSB. I also hope you will stay involved with the GSB. Our alumni played an important role in your academic experience, ranging from serving as judges in the Executive Challenge to acting as mentors in entrepreneurial classes. It is my wish that you too will engage with the GSB's academic mission as alumni and give your time and experience generously to future classes. The late R.J. Miller, Dean of the GSB from 1968 to 1978, founded the Certificate in Public Management and Social Innovation program here at the GSB. I was lucky to get to know RJ before he passed away, and I remember just a few years ago, as he neared the age of 100, he would be standing on this stage enthusiastically congratulating people as they graduated. The certificate program educates leaders who understand societal issues, design for and evaluate impact, and understand the specificities of the management of social organizations in both the private and public sectors. In a world faced with dire global health, equity, and sustainability challenges, today's certificate candidates take the spirit of our GSB motto, change lives, change organizations, change the world, to its full potential. This year, we have 177 certificate candidates. Their names are listed in the program. Congratulations to all of you. We will announce graduation awards at a later time. These awards include recognizing the top 10% of the class as R.J. Miller Scholars, the student with the top GSB GPA in the class as the Ford Scholar, the Robichek Prize in Finance, and the Arbuckle Award chosen by the graduating class for a classmate who has best exemplified the spirit of the GSB. Margaret Hayes, Associate Dean of the MBA program, will share the pandemic tribute and introduce the student speakers. After the student speakers, the MBA candidates' names will be read by Kirsten Moss, Assistant Dean of MBA Admissions and Financial Aid, and Jamie Shine, Assistant Director of the Career Management Center, as the graduates walk across the stage. Thank you.
You'll notice that in your program, we've shared a tribute to the MBA class of 2021 and their unique trials and tribulations completing their MBAs during COVID. I encourage you to read the entire tribute, and I'd like to share a brief excerpt with you now. We have all suffered loss, heartache, and feelings of uncertainty about the future. There are many of you who have lost family and friends to this pandemic and to other causes, and we all share that pain. But you rose above it all and focused on what was important to you. You've come together as a class to transform in-person events into successful virtual and hybrid opportunities. You've kept alive traditions like TALK, the Climate Business and Innovation Summit, the Healthcare and BBSA conferences, the Military Service Event, the Sports Innovation Speaker Series, and the GSB Show. The screening of the show provided a fantastic culmination to this year, right here in Frost. With those thoughts in mind, I would like to welcome to the stage Ariba Kamal, who will share her own tribute to the class of 2021.
On March 6, 2020, I was in Sweet Green eating my nutrient-optimized dinner like any respectable GSBer when I got the email. All classes would be moved online indefinitely due to the spread of COVID-19. I remember reading it in disbelief. Surely it's an overreaction to shutter the entire GSB, I thought. Surely this cannot last beyond a few days. Well, I was very wrong. Fast forward to June 7, 2021, and we are graduating as the band of 400 students who woke up one morning in 2020 and confronted the end of the world as we knew it. Our classrooms reduced to grid view on Zoom, our town squares swaddled in caution tape, our skies scarlet with wildfires, our cities roiling in pain after the murder of George Floyd, our newspapers brimming with shock after the insurrection in Washington, D.C. For me, the realization I was inhabiting an unfamiliar reality dawned a month before COVID-19 stormed our world. In January 2020, I got a call that my mother, my heart, my soul, my everything, was in the ER struggling to breathe. I spent the 20-hour flight from San Francisco to Pakistan searching frantically for a ventilator, discovered on landing in my hometown that my mother was already dead, then drove from the airport to the morgue to the graveyard. Then I flew back to the GSB in a bubble of grief that expanded and engorged and engulfed the entire world around me. Suddenly, everyone around me was also searching for a ventilator. Everyone around me was also struggling to go on. What does it take to survive the end of your life as you know it? What does it take to survive change, survive grief, survive a pandemic that wreaks havoc on lives and organizations and the entire world? It takes what philosopher Jonathan Lear calls radical hope. Radical hope means identifying something worth fighting for and someone who will fight with you, then taking 1,000,000 small steps forward against the current of adversity. Radical hope means looking past the darkness you have been plunged into towards a future so radiant that it transcends your ability to fully see or understand it, a future so joyful that you are compelled to bring it to life. Radical hope is our weapon against despair, even when despair feels justified. It is something we practice, not something we have. It is the only way, as James Baldwin puts it, to seize fleeing reality and begin changing it. I see radical hope in how GSBers responded to COVID-19 by creating projects to deliver groceries to at-risk seniors and bundle unused gift cards for distressed families, direct crowd-funded paychecks towards furloughed Stanford staff, or marshal private sector resources towards the production of emergency PPE. I see radical hope in how our Black Business Student Association responded to the GSB Action Plan for Racial Equity by demanding measurable targets for increasing Black students and tenured faculty, and pointing out that racial justice means dismantling our own everyday status quo, from hiring practices at our startups to housing access in our neighborhoods. I see radical hope in how we all reimagined this GSB experience, whether it was jabbing Q-tips up our nostrils twice a week and praying for negative COVID results, or recording band form performances in dusty garages, or low keynotes in empty auditoriums, or inventing social traditions ranging from rollerblading to team positivity contagion, and of course, Zoom talk. I see radical hope as the force that brought you and me out of the jowls of fear and into this amphitheater, ensconced in the kind of unimaginable strength that stems from unimaginable strife, the kind of shared bonds that only stem from shared struggle. The world we re-enter today might feel darker than it did 2 years ago. Global poverty increased last year for the first time in 2 decades, with up to 500 million more people pushed into destitution, even as billionaires worldwide grew their wealth. It's getting harder to look away from extreme inequality or climate change or threats to democracy, but as Amanda Gorman would say, there is always light if we are brave enough to see it. There is always light if we are brave enough to be it. Starting today, you and I get to leave this magical place with more power, more privilege, and more practice in radical hope. You and I get to face every challenge from here on now, fortified with this diploma and guarded by this community. You and I get to wake up every morning for the rest of our lives and ask ourselves, how will I use my radical hope today to bridge the space between what is and what should be? Which injustice will I tackle? Which opportunity will I bring to life? Thank you.
Thank you, Ariba. I would encourage all of us here today to do our very best to practice radical hope. I certainly hope our graduates will keep your words close as they embark on their post-GSB endeavors. I also hope they will take to heart the thoughtful advice shared by our next speaker. Please join me in welcoming Emily Calkins.
In the 2 years we've called the GSB our home, perhaps there was not a single phrase used more commonly than this one. Wait for it. Unprecedented times. It was the subject line of every disappointing email, the headline of every horrifying news article. It was the opening of every speech. And to be honest, at many junctures, I thought of this little phrase as encapsulating all the ways in which we were wronged. Constant fear for our health, worry for the safety of our classmates, anxiety about the well-being of our families, loss of in-person classes, the crass and sudden destruction of the experience that we dreamt of. But I've come now to regard it as the single best piece of evidence for the idea that we may actually have gotten so much more out of this place than we could have dreamed. And here's why. The cornerstone of Knight Management Center is emblazoned with the following phrase: dedicated to the things that haven't happened yet and the people who are about to dream them up. In other words, this whole place is for learning and then catalyzing unprecedented things. Take a second to imagine that. The GSB is literally all about what is unprecedented. And if we take this to be true, I can think of two major and pretty darn special lessons. And the first one is this. Ironically enough, there may be no better way to prepare for a career and a life of haven't happened yet things than by living through one together. It's one thing to imagine who you will be in the wake of the unimaginable. It's another to spend 2 years finding out for sure, watching yourself pioneer new ways of working and learning and loving. To try and summarize the hurt and anxiety and fear we all felt over the past 2 years would be difficult in such a small space, so I won't. But what I will say is that the world changed when we were learning how to change the world. And I couldn't think of a better education in crisis and empathy and disruption and leadership. It's unsurprising that the word unprecedented leaves a bad taste in our mouths, because for the past year, it's been irrevocably intertwined with bad news and fear and disappointment. But our cornerstone is a reminder of one really important but often forgotten fact. Unprecedented can mean good. It can mean powerful and beautiful and important and overdue. Yes, in the time we've been at the GSB, COVID has been an unprecedented global pandemic. But let us take a second to revel in what else was unprecedented before this year. The scale and scope of calls for racial justice around this country and at this school. The election of a vice president who identifies as female, Black, Asian American. The speed of developing a new life-saving vaccine. The 7 GSB-founded startups that stepped up to provide COVID relief, food access, and protective gear around our country and the world. The second big lesson is about one tiny word, the most important word in the whole cornerstone, and that word is yet. This, to me, is the cornerstone of the cornerstone, my favorite part, because it's a tiny word with a humongous amount of courage and optimism and self-belief embedded within its tiny 3-lettered walls. No isn't on the menu. It's just yes or soon. The cornerstone doesn't say to crazy dreams. It doesn't say to things that haven't happened. It says to things that haven't happened yet. As if it were a fortune teller sitting at the corner of campus, basking in the quiet knowing that we all might just accomplish what we came here to do. If you ever find yourself anchored in what things look like now, let yet be your flotation device. If ever you can't see your own power clearly, let yet be your mirror. If you ever lose faith in your dream or company or self, let yet reset you. Let's practice. At the end of each of the sentences I'm about to say, I'd like for you all to shout out "yet." This includes students, faculty, admin, staff, parents, especially my own family. If you don't participate, I'll take it really hard. Okay, here we go. I haven't started my company or gotten my dream job. The world doesn't look the way I want it to in terms of racial justice, equal pay, or civil rights. The world doesn't know my name or the names of my classmates. I am not quite the person, partner, sibling, or leader I want to be. Congratulations on surviving what has been unprecedented. Preemptive congratulations on turning today's dreamy, rough drafts of crazy ideas into the precedent-setting companies of tomorrow. Most importantly and finally, remember, it's never "I haven't," it's always just "I haven't yet." Congratulations.
Deji Abe. Ya Aboagi Ata. Zainab Aboud. Wes Adams. Joshua Bioden Adeoye. Esteban Agel Mooney. Michelle Aguinis. Clint Ackerman. Paul Mickey Apabli. Khaled Al-Abadi. Kelsey Albright. Jimena Alvarado Tres Palacios. Giovanna Alvarez. Ruben Amar. Aneri Amen. Isabel Andrade Moreano. Brian Aoyama. Betsy Arce. Tukara Ren Ashley. Robert Auger. Maya Avni. Eugene Awore. AJ Aigun. Andrew Walker Babbitt. Katie Baker. Roberto Bandiera de Mello. Jordan Samuel Bank. Ryan Christopher Berry. Jessica Allison Barzilay. Becky Bauer. Jacob Beck. Galila Bekala. Doralice Belle. Julie Perez. Mario Bermudez Cabeza. Alakik Basin. Anoma Bat. Chanchil Burani. George Elej Bokinski. Ryan Michael Bowles. Mary Borowick. Ross Bowen. Henry Bradlow. Abby Brayman. Mackenzie Ann Brannigan. Georgiana Kingsbury Brooke Brinkley. Nell Delahante Brodsky. Catherine Brown. Olivia Brown. Claudio Bruno. Ankit Butteraju. Mark Sebastian Bush. Emily Nichols Calkins. Matt Cavano. Lara Isabel Capelin Ague Revere. Alexander Carlisle. Gregory Victor Queso. Dr. Parul Chatra. Lisa Lishan Cheng. Abby Chow. Jessica Chow. Dimong Che. Danran Chen. Jennifer Ruth Chen. Laura Chen. Neil Mohit Chabra. Ashley Cho. Hey Riyang Julie Cho. Jesse Choi. Whitney Chu. Kyle Clark. Renee Coggins. Matthew Colford. Jana Colucci. Alexandra Jane Comerford. Jane Conroy. Erin Elizabeth Cooney. Jorge Cadero. Audrey Alston Emling Coulter. John Crawford. William Andrew Henry Crown. Andrew Cryer. Christy Curie. Neha Dalal. Santiago de Buen. Alicia Desmet. Julian Diego de Benedetti. David Dever. Lucas De Wilde. Nicholas Angelo Diamantoni. Danielle Hannah Duguid. Aika Dostiarova. Yuri Devzhansky. John Drago. Laura Yaorei Du.
Peter Duplessis. John Richard Duane, Jr. Yutzi Alidia Guan DuPont. Juanita Duca Botero. Brian Arthur Eckhart. Nadine El Ashkar. Antonio Elisua Cantu. Jack Elzinga. Francisco Enriquez. Ana Epifantseva. Sebastián Espinosa. Lauren Felice. Phone Peshwan. Eugenio Fernandez. Rodri Fernandez. Sarah Franzen. Chris Gertner. Neil Gandhi. Rodrigo Garcia. Annie Garofalo. Christina Garrido. Anderson Gava. Kevin Gerner. Alex Victor Gersovitz. Elena Angela Gianotis. Francisca Maria Carolina Gilmore. Mariana Geraldo Moreno. Carlotta Glatzel. Stephen Goldberg. Will Golinkin. Claudio Gonzalez. Alexa Grable. Micah Greenberg. Benjamin Reed Gregory. Andrew Griggs. Barry Grinberg. Peter Grogan. Joan Grubb. James Benjamin Gusberg. Mark Habib. Bridget Blair Hackler. Abdulhamid Haidar. Kana Hammond. Brendan Hanrahan. Chelsea Harris. Nathan Case Hedgecock. Jonathan Hess. Alfredo Inostroza. Kevin Ho. Timothy Jordan Hogue. May Hockhauser. Seth Hoseman. Nandita Hore. Rebecca Page Hauser. Brenton Howland. Joy Huang. Lydia Hilton. Oriakase Ida. Bianca Michaela Jackson. Shawan Jackson. Nathan Michael Jacobson. Sarah Jacobson. Alan Jaime Mizrahi. Adesh Jain. Sophie Janaski. Raven Jiang. Jennifer Kalidas. Ariba Kamal. Roy Kamar. Jisha Cambo. Shilpa Kannan. Marie Christine Captain. Casimira Sohela Karunaratna. Mike Katzman. Jessica Koschel. Emily Kazam. Dylan Kennedy. Jeffrey Alex Kessler. Tara Jafari Karadpir. Kanan Nadim Khoury. Alex Kim. Catherine Jian Kim. Edward Kingsley. Joanna Klitsky. Daniel Levy Knapp. Michael Kobiela. Allison Kiyomi Koblik. Jayanth Kocher Lakota. Alexander Kopko. Georgie Corelli. Abe Kumar. Vivas Kumar. Now Parnan Kumata. Anna Kerhuli. Gan La Pratana.
Changing of the guards. All right. Caroline Kenter LaRue. Alexandra Lauer. Jessica Renee Lawson. Benjamin Lazaroff. Ed Leathers. June Lee. Natalia Levitt. Kay Lee. Mona Lee. Timothy George Lynn. Caroline Yuandi Ling. Christian Lipche. Aja Little. Stephanie Liu. Truman Liu. Nicholas Lombardo. Pierre Luning. Jennifer Lapata. Jenna Louis. Christophe Lissay. Jeffrey McDonald. Spencer McQuarrie. Edmure Magwin. Jessica McGilnick Liao. Nick Muhold. Christian Douglas Manchester. Michael Martin. Valeria Martinez. Mariana Martins. Morrison Mast. Andrew Mattingly. Maudi Ayunda. Kyle McAndrews. Andrew McCreary. Kelly Hevner McFarlane. Ted McElveen. Erica Meehan. Malika Mehrotra. Alejandra Mejia. Sevda Mehmet. Alexander Mendez. Jarell June Mendoza. Maral Menon. Alec Merkulov. Andreina Mensajes. Emily Elizabeth Miller. Joseph Mills. Matthew Milner. Eva Milo. Paula Minardi. Dominic Mirabali. Nicholas Murda. Chad Mitchell. Vicente Mubarak Katunarich. Jimmy Monaco. Olivia Moore. Joseph Morcos. Jenna Morgenstern Gaines. Susanna Wright Morris. Donald Edward Muir. Bridget Mulcahy. Eugene Nam. Badir Nasir. Adrienne Nugreros. Michael Nemad. Stone Mac Ing. Belinda New. Dan Oakes. Christopher Olmanson. Carrie Amugeli. Yuko Ono. Alexander Organ. Lorena Ostos. Jennifer Ho Lan Oyung. Lorenz Paul Huber. Kelly Paris. Geo Park. Xavier Parkman. Alicia Patel. Hardik Patel. Jed Paul. Adriana Perez Benavides. Mitchell McCord Peterman. Lauren Phelps. Bianca Pinasco. Roman Pinchuk. Missy Peturd. Zachary Portnoy. Nico Posada. Gina Puccinelli. Ishan Sarna Puri. Kerida Ingshan Chu. Aiden Queely. Netara Rajan. Narain Ramaswamy. Michael Ramirez Gantz. Kewalin Gail Ratanasopinsowa.
Mary Grace Roberts Reeves. Chenyu Ren. Luis Renjifo. Weston Lee Reynolds. Gabe Reynoso Pally. Matt Rickard. Nick Roberts. William Robbins. Judy Romea. Janine Romy. Eliza Becker Rosen. William Leopold Ross. Lauren Rothwell. Bob Roy. Ben Ruxin. Deepak Sabata. Nicholas Sanchez. Brandon Sanders. Emily Savage. Olivia Ann Savets. Andrew Jacobs Shiner. Anna Schlesinger. Alexander Schmidt. Ben Schneider. Beverly C. Tori Seidenstein. Mohammed Shafi. Daniel Shane. Susanna Hume Shattuck. Yaniv Shimoni. Monil Singhal. Caitlin Leverins Smith. Joe Sophia. Alyssa Song. Jacob Sparkman. Timothy Spencer. Michelle Justine Spitzer. Aparna Srinath. Elizabeth Houghton Starr. Michael Steltenkamp. Philip James Stiefel II. Charles William Stone. Cameron Strong. William Sue. Ricardo Suarez. Luisa Elena Sucre Pulido. Adeline Tiffany Suwana. Lucy Svoboda. Uyanga Melody Tamir. Pek Nan Tan. Wei Li Tan. Alex Tancredi. Nicholas Tandy. Adiam Alizar Tesfalal. Ubishek Thiagaraj. Joseph Tisch. Christina Torres Gonzalez. Sachi Twine. Daniel Uribe Vija. Aname Uhuba. Yuritsa Vargas. Ross Venheisen. Conrad von Moltke. Matthew Wallace. Joseph Walters. Austin William Ward. Rika Watanabe. Charlotte Claire Weiss. Tessa Wigand. Morgan Lee Wiley. Victoria Wills. John Wallison. Nico Woods. Eja Erdigos Wyrick. Ann Yang. Peishi Yan. Joshua Young Sinming Yang. Wei Yang. Soha Yasrebi. Jessica Young. Tina Yijing Yu. Wanpyo Young. Eric Zagorski. Matthias Zaniello. Camila Zanan Divaljirata. Arik Zarovsky. Michael Zhang. Sixing Zhao. Jean Zhang. Jennifer Zhou. Carl Ziada. Jessica Zhou.
GSB graduates, guests, faculty, and staff, we have reached the end of the 2021 Stanford Graduate School of Business graduation. And now, before we walk out into the beautiful California night, let me ask the GSB class of 2021 to please rise, and let's have a big final round of applause for the Stanford GSB class of 2021. Congratulations to all the graduates. I think it's safe to say there has never been a class like this one or a journey like this one through the GSB, and we are so proud of all of you for having made it to this day. Honored guests, if you would please wait, we're going to ask the class of 2021 to rise and process out through Ada Frost Amphitheater, and thank you all so much for joining us today. Congratulations again, class of 2021.